Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to the post-Elimination Chamber edition of NoDQ&A video right here on NoDQ.com, the YouTube channel, and NoDQ&A videos affiliate, ringsidenews.com. Overall, I thought Elimination Chamber was a good show, thumbs up show, an excellent six-man tag team match. I'll get to that more in a minute. A very predictable show though overall, and a lot of fans unhappy with the finish of the main event, even though you could see it coming a mile away. Let's get to your questions here. First one from OMCN36. Hey Aaron, for the first time in a while, I picked every single match on the card correctly. What can fans do to change the predictable nature of WWE? There is absolutely nothing you can do. WWE has a set plan for WrestleMania, and very rarely do they change their plans. Once they have their card laid out, that's the direction that they go in. And unfortunately for fans, they have to, for the most part, accept it. If you really don't like it, what you do is stop watching and you stop spending money on the product. But the fact is, the WWE machine will continue to move on. Most people, despite complaining about the finish of the show, will end up purchasing the WWE Network, and they will watch WrestleMania. They will continue to buy merchandise and go to the live events, and WWE will just continue to move on. And even if there is a vocal group of people on the internet that are unhappy with how things are going, WWE is still going to cater to the casual fans, and very rarely will they listen to the internet fans unless they really feel that they have to. And you know, that is just the reality here. I know people are unhappy, and I really don't like coming on here and defending WWE, and everybody says I'm always defending them, but I'm just telling you the way it is. And I wish they would listen to the fans more, because it's better storytelling. WWE has control over the storylines. Why not give the audience what they want, the people that are loud at the shows? Clearly, on this pay-per-view, everyone wanted to see Daniel Bryan win the title. They were very much into the match, and it was extremely intense, and you could really feel it, like how special the moment would be if Daniel Bryan won. And of course, he lost. So, wasn't a fan of the finish, but what can we do? Not a whole lot, unless you just stop watching. If WWE started losing money, that would be the time that they would start listening to the people. Alright, this one comes from LitoDat66802. Hey Aaron, please answer in video, big fan. Would you have booked the finish to Elimination Chamber that way? Thought Daniel Bryan had a chance, and do you think Bautista should turn heel? He looks rusty to me and pissed off when the fans boo. Well, as I mentioned a few moments ago, I would have given the fans what they wanted to see. Why not make them happy? Why not make Daniel Bryan the WWE champion? Doesn't really matter one way or another. If Daniel Bryan won, WWE would do good business. If Daniel Bryan lost, I mean, they're still going to do good business. But at least you would have those internet fans happy, and those are the guys that are the most loyal to your product. Why not just make them happy for once? So maybe there's going to be something for Daniel Bryan. I know I keep saying that every month now, and you know, we keep waiting for WWE to give the fans that moment where Daniel Bryan wins, and it's looking bleak right now. I mean, at this moment, it's scheduled to be Randy Orton versus Batista at WrestleMania, and Daniel Bryan likely against Triple H or Kane or whatever. But there's always hope. I mean, there's still hope that maybe Hulk Hogan will come out and put Daniel Bryan in the match and make it a triple threat. I mean, that's a possibility. We'll have to wait and see. But it would not surprise me at all if we get the Randy Orton-Batista match. And it's going to be a match that the fans crap on. I mean, I'm fairly certain if WWE goes through with Randy Orton versus Batista, it's going to get booed out of the building. But like I said, the WWE machine will keep moving forward, and they'll write their own history. They'll say it was a classic match, and you know, fans will continue to buy into the product, and you know, they'll just move on and get past this. As far as Batista turning heel, the sooner the better. I mean, the crowd continues to boo him, and it seems like it's getting worse and worse. And, you know, I'm sure he is upset about it because he thought he would come back and everybody would welcome him back with open arms, and that hasn't been the case. And, you know, he's going out there and giving it his best effort, and, you know, the fans are crapping on him because they want to see somebody else in that position. So, you know, I don't really blame Batista for the fans booing him, but, you know, he needs to keep his cool as long as he's a babyface. But, you know, if he is really frustrated, then you should just turn him heel. I mean, I think Batista's more entertaining as a heel anyways, so why not go in that direction? All right, this next one comes from Star Rated. So my guess is we will not see a triple threat match at WrestleMania, Batista versus Bryan versus Orton. WWE needs to rectify the issue with CM Punk quickly because babyfaces are getting booed and it's messing with the momentum of other stars. Well, that's definitely a bad situation when the fans are hijacking matches. And as far as the CM Punk chants go, I mean, there were some at the pay-per-view, but not a lot. And the announcers just ignored it. And, you know, the crowd wasn't as bad as the Royal Rumble in terms of hijacking the show. And, you know, with the main event, Daniel Bryan wasn't defeated until the very end. And at that point, the fans just booed. But, you know, as long as there was hope, the fans were into that match. And if CM Punk doesn't come back, I mean, I'm sure the crowds will still chant CM Punk, but eventually the chants will die down and people will move on. So, you know, WWE has just got to deal with the situation the best they can. Maybe CM Punk will come back, maybe he won't, but regardless, the machine keeps moving on. All right, this next one comes from the Jobinator. Hey, Aaron. How would you rank the Shield versus Wyatts out of all the Shield's 6-man tag team matches? Also, do you think WWE would be foolish enough to give away Cena versus Bryan on free TV to see who gets added to the triple threat match? If it happens, that is. Regarding the Shield versus the Wyatts, that was an excellent match. That was definitely another match of the year candidate. And we've had a couple so far this year. Tremendous match. The work was fantastic. Everybody did a tremendous job in that match, and the fans were red hot for it. This was a rare example of where WWE gave the fans exactly what they wanted. The fans wanted to see this match very badly, and I had this fear for a while that WWE was going to not do this match after teasing it, but in the end, WWE did book this match, and you know, somebody asked me last week, should this match have been at WrestleMania? And I'm starting to think yes. Unless they do an awesome Shield triple threat match at WrestleMania, I mean, this should have been at WrestleMania. This was a WrestleMania caliber main event, no question. And the crowd was red hot. You couldn't have asked for a better match with these 6 guys. I mean, awesome match. And to me, it was, you know, worth the price of admission for this pay-per-view by itself. All right, one more question here, a couple more. This one from WWE fan Dark Arrow. Hey Aaron, why the fuck did they have Ryback and Axel lose? They had the return of Larry Hennig and they have Curtis lose. What the fuck? The crowd was more into Curtis and Larry than basically everything else. Well, I hate to give you some bad news, as Bad News Barrett might put it, but this is how WWE operates. And it's very typical in WWE for the hometown boy to get his ass kicked. And it's not just WWE, it's a lot of promotions. I mean, going back to WCW, Ric Flair, it seemed like he was always getting beat up in Charlotte. And WWE has continued that trend. And I don't know why, other than the fact that Curtis Axel is just not getting a big push right now. So you ask yourself, if you're not giving Curtis Axel a big push, why have Larry the Axe come out in the first place? I mean, the ideal situation here would have been if Curtis Axel was a baby face and he comes out, brings out his grandfather, and then wins a major title or something like that. That would be a good story to tell. But here, I mean, it was just awkward because Curtis Axel is a heel and a heel who's not really being used. And yes, they were in Minneapolis. They were in Hennig territory. But, you know, they didn't go with the momentum there. And, you know, there wasn't really a lot. I mean, I saw a lot of comments online. People had no idea. Many people had no idea who Larry the Axe Hennig was when they saw him. They were like, who's this old guy? So it might have been better if, you know, they were building up a Curtis Axel match on pay-per-view. And maybe they did a video package announcing that his grandfather would be in his corner. Announce that in advance so people know who he is. So, yeah, I mean, it wasn't really the best situation to bring Larry Hennig out. They definitely could have had a better situation with that. All right, got one more question here from Dat Boy Smiley. Yo, Aaron, don't know if you've been watching TNA, but Jeff Hardy is returning as his old gimmick, Will-O-The-Wisp. What are your thoughts on Jeff Hardy's old gimmick, and will it help push TNA? Answer in video, please, and keep up the good work. I actually made a mistake in the last video. I said that Jeff Hardy was legit gone from TNA, but it's only a storyline. I had a brain fart there. Obviously, I knew Jeff Hardy wasn't really gone. He's coming back with this gimmick that he's done on the indies, and my thoughts, I think that it's going to not make a difference one way or another. I think that it will not increase TNA business, and at the same time, it will not hurt TNA business. So I'm fine for him experimenting and doing something different. I mean, why not? I mean, it's not going to matter one way or another. So based on what I've seen so far, I mean, I'm not all that impressed with it. And I've seen videos of him on the indies doing the gimmick, and, you know, I don't really get it. But, you know, it's supposed to be all artistic and weird or whatnot. So, you know, I'll give it a chance and see where he goes with it. And, you know, it'll be interesting to see if it gets over it all. I don't really think it will get over all that much, but maybe I'm wrong. So that'll do it for this edition of NoDQ&A video. Thank you for checking out today's video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe. YouTube.com/NoDQCAW. Stay tuned to NoDQ.com for all the post-Elimination Chamber news and notes, as well as news regarding the launch of the WWE Network. And we got Monday Night Raw with the return of Hulk Hogan. A lot going on in the world of WWE. NoDQ.com is your source for all the very latest regarding WWE and TNA as well. With that being said, I'll see you guys next time for another edition of NoDQ&A video.